Hello everybody, Hot Lou Waffles here. Today I have another guide, this time on handheld AT weapons used by infantry in Gates of Hell. So, this is just going to be a quick guide on the basic AT weapons in the game, including grenades and demolition charges. And obviously Panzerfaust, Bazookas, Panzerschrecks, rifle grenades, stuff like that, basic stuff. This was recommended by a subscriber who wanted to know how to effectively use this stuff, so that is exactly what this video is going to be. So, to quickly start us off here, for Germany at least, there's a few basic types of AT infantry. There's Panzerschreck, Panzerfaust, there's rifle grenades with heat grenades that can penetrate tanks. And then there's the basic rifle grenadiers who sometimes will have these basically grenade bundles, which is just a bunch of grenades bundled into one. A lot of explosive power. And then we have Panzer Pioneers who have flamethrowers and magnetic mines and giant demolition charges. So we're gonna have some fun with these today. And then with the new United States faction in the game, there's a lot of similar stuff. I'm only going to cover the bazookas because one of my subscribers mentioned the bazookas, so I was just going to show that off. Even though it's basically just been balanced with the Panzerschreck, it's the exact same thing. With I think there might be a few things different about it, but it's basically the same thing. So we're going to start off simple. The first real anti-tank weapon you're probably going to use in the game is the tank rifle 39. It's got a 10-round magazine, it's bolt action, and it has the longest range of any AT weapon in the game, handheld at least I believe, all the way up here of about 120. So, whoops, don't run. So it can reach really far away. It's basically APCR, so it's not gonna like do a bunch of damage. The main point of this is basically to kill the crew members in the tank. It's gonna be good at hitting flat surfaces like the side of tanks or the front plate of this T-26. You can hit the rear and you can destroy things like the engine, but it'll take a while to destroy modules with this thing. This is really just for killing the crew inside. Obviously, the closer you get, the more effective it will be. Obviously, the aim circle will get smaller as you get closer. Look, it gets real small. When you get really close, within like 20, look at that, it's really small. But yeah, if I was shooting and pinning that, it would be killing the driver and all kind of thing. It'd be doing a lot of good stuff. It does take a while to kill tanks with this thing sometimes, because it's only going to really kill one crew member at a time. I've had friends who've told me that they've hit ammo racks with an AT rifle. I'm going to believe them and say that it's probably possible. If you can hit an ammo rack, you might be able to blow the ammo in one, but it's pretty good for, conquest, and you want to kill crew members, and you still want to keep the tank intact so you can take it and sell it or use it yourself. So yeah, it's really just easy to use. You point and you shoot. You wait for the green marker to know you can penetrate, and you click. You could sometimes target things like the gunner if you want to hit the side of the turret. Try to target the side of the turret, get the gunner, and then go for the driver, go for the middle. Just go for where crew members are going to be, if you have a basic idea. So like if I was shooting at the front of the Stuart, I would try to hit, front where the driver is and the machine gunner, side of the turret where the gunner and commander is, stuff like that. It's just a really basic AT weapon. Yep, that's really about it. Moving on to a more basic anti-tank weapon, the bundle of grenades, the M24 AT grenade. You can only throw it about 21.3, a pretty odd number, but that's how far you can throw. So really close range when a tank is like approaching your trench or your foxhole. One of your guys gets this thing out and throws it. It's literally a grenade. You throw it, it explodes. It's really, really effective. It's pretty good. You know, on heavier tanks, I would recommend just trying to throw it on the engine. That's pretty much what you have to do. Sometimes if you throw it on the front of the armor, it's not really going to do anything but maybe destroy the tracks. But it's just a short-range grenade that has a lot of explosive power to it. Very similar to a demolition charge. For those of you who don't know what a demolition charge is, Panzer Pioneers have them. It's 3 kilograms of TNT. You can only throw it 7, so be mindful of that. You can also use the Use Explosives button, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what that does. Let's say I wanted to sneak up behind this Sherman M4A2. I could either throw it from here and then run away really quickly and let it explode, or I could just do this and have my Panzer Pioneer simply set the demolition charge right on the ground next to it and then run as fast as you can. And we're gonna see the explosive power of that is really quite effective. The closer you can get it to the tank, the better. If you could throw it like right there or like right under the bottom of the engine bay, you really, really effective. But usually breaks the hull of medium and light tanks. Really, really good AT weapon. Panzer Pioneers also have one of my favorite things in the game, the magnetic mine. It's a grenade that you throw, but it sticks, so it's like a sticky grenade. And you can throw it 21.3, the same as an AT grenade, but it sticks to your tank. You don't have to worry about, like, you know, if your tank's moving, you don't have to worry about leading it, like if you had a normal, like, M24. For this, you can simply just throw it and forget, and it just sticks to it. Obviously, I would try to throw it kind of here, where it could, like, kill crew members. Because the explosion, I don't know about in the game, but realistically the explosion kind of goes inside of the tank, killing the crew, so obviously throwing it at the engine does absolutely nothing but, you know, make it immobile. So, if I were you, I would bring your guy to the side of the tank, or even the front, it doesn't really actually matter with this grenade, and then just throw it where it's going to kill the most crew members, so kind of the middle of the tank is where you really need to throw it, middle, kind of the front of the tank is where you're going to be really effective with that. Or near where you know the ammo is, so kind of, once again, on the side and near the middle, kind of where the turret is. Alright, next is a Flamethrower, which is a very universal weapon that many of you probably already know how it works. Has a range of like 31.9 or something like that, and it's effective at killing tanks if you can hit the engine. So hit the engine, and once you hit the engine, you can light the engine on fire, which will cause a fire in the tank, causing all kind of modules to just be instantly destroyed after a few seconds. Very, very effective anti-tank weapon. And the range of 31 is pretty good. You can sit in a foxhole and just wait. Kind of spray it all around. You can kill infantry. Look at that, killing that guy right there. Stuff like that. It's pretty fun. All right, next is the Rifle Grenadiers. They have their 98Ks with rifle grenades on the front, and you can load them with both HE, which is for infantry, killing infantry, and you can load them with heat, which is useful for killing tanks. Now, it's not going to do much to a heavily armored T-34 from the side. I mean, from the front. That's obvious. Don't know why I had it set up like that. But, if you look, it can even pin the side of a T-34 and a Sherman. So it's pretty good at killing tanks. It has a range of, I believe, pretty far away. It's like 60, so you can hit pretty far. Obviously, the accuracy circle, as you can see, is kind of big, but look at that. Just destroyed the turret with that one. It reloads relatively fast. Really good penetration values, but the accuracy is really iffy at max range, so I would just get within like, honestly, within like 25 to 30 would be the sweet spot, in my opinion. I actually want to try this real quick. Okay, that just destroyed a tank on the side. Yeah, you can run around, same thing in a foxhole. See a tank, let it aim in, you can shoot it at it. It's heat, so once again, just try to go for where the crew members are to do the most damage. And you should be pretty successful with that. So it's kind of a short range thing for killing the crew members and tanks. Overall, it's pretty basic. Alright, now we're going to move on to the fun stuff. Or what I call the fun stuff. The Panzerschrecks and Panzerfaust. Obviously, we have the grenades and 24s, but when you get a little bit later in the game, you'll start getting, you know, some Fallschirmjäger guys that have Panzerfaust, and these things are basically just RPGs. They're literally a rocket-propelled grenade, but they're very short range. They are only effective at 40. They can only shoot 40, and they're really only effective at like 26. Because once you get past like 26, the circle is so big, you might just miss the tank entirely if it's just facing you. So it's really close range, but it's really, really effective because it can go right through a huge amount of armor. So that went right through the hole, probably killed the machine gunner and the driver if I had to guess. It's a pretty basic anti-tank weapon. You walk up pretty close to the tank. If you can get the side, it's going to be more effective, and you shoot it, and then you run away. Panzerschreck is honestly the same thing. The projectile is a little faster. It's kind of a more powerful rocket. Here's the KV-85. You can pin the front plate of it. You can even go through the turret with this thing. It's really effective. Here's a Su-85, I believe. And a T-35 1938. Obviously, it'll go right through the side of T-34. Let me go ahead and showcase that for you. It uses heat, by the way. So as you can see, that rocket is way, way faster than a Panzerfaust, so the accuracy is going to be better, and your range is almost doubled. Here's the range of the Panzerfaust. Here's the range of a Panzerschreck and Bazooka. So this is honestly one of the best AT weapons your infantrymen can carry. See if I can take out this T-34. There we go. And reloads pretty dang fast. Look at that. Oh yeah. If we could get really close to this KV-85, you could even pin through the. You could go through the front of the dang thing. It's really, really nice. But for the best chance of hitting a tank and actually killing it, always go for the side. Always go for the side. The front could be iffy. You might miss because you're shooting at a smaller target, literally. You know, the side is where the tank's the biggest silhouette. And you have a better chance of just taking it out in one shot from the side. Panzerschreck is really, really powerful. Like I said, the bazooka, there's two different types. There's the M1A1 bazooka, and then there's the M9 bazooka. I believe they both have 70, like the Panzerschreck. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that even though they seem to be the same thing in a way, I'm gonna guess the M9 is better than the M1A1. 60 millimeter, yeah, I don't know. Somebody please tell me in the comments what the difference is. But it's just a Panzerschreck basically. Reload, I believe, is the exact same. The range is the exact same. They're really accurate. Get them in the side. They're some of the best AT weapons you can use for USA. I really, really like them. That's really about it, actually, I think. Yep. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you know the difference between these two. That would be really helpful. There's also 2 different Panzerschrecks, actually, too. I don't have them on the map right now, but I'm pretty sure there's 2 Panzerschrecks. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know, Panzerfaust is a one-time use weapon. You get 1 shot and then you throw it away. It's just like you would throw a grenade and then, you know, it blows up, it's done. The same thing is with the Panzerfaust. It's a one-use only anti-tank weapon. You shoot it once and then you're done. You can pick up another one, I guess, if you find another one, but the infantry in the game that has them they're usually just going to carry 1. And, you know, several of them will usually have it in like Fallschirmjäger squads and stuff, and you can use that to take out tanks. But like I said, you can only use them once. Panzerschrecks and Bazookas are, you put another rocket in it and you're good to go. Panzerfaust are one-time use weapons. But yeah, I believe that's really about it. Feel free to leave a like and comment if I missed anything, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.